Okay, boom. This is a video for all the day traders or traders that are watching this YouTube channel. And here I am, Jonathan Fibonacci, kind of experimenting with my YouTube channel, doing more black and white. I'm a photographer, but one of my passions is day trading. In fact, I may do my first video dedication. This is to, I don't know, how about my first day trading coach. He didn't know he was a coach. I'll just call him Dr. Norman. How's that sound? Dr. Norman. And I may send this link to him. Anyway, kind of that story is, okay, really quick. Okay, so you have to kind of know my background with day trading to kind of understand why I'm the best day trader teacher in the whole wide world. So this is going to go to Dr. Norman. I was 22 years old, and my ex-wife, beautiful ex-wife, terrible ex-wife. I mean, aren't ex-wives all terrible? There I am. So here you go. Way before I was a YouTuber, mortgage person, when I was 22 years old, I was living in Norman, Oklahoma, and my ex-wife was applying for a job where Dr. Norman needed like a dental hygienist, assistant, secretary, and then my ex-wife decided Dr. Norman kind of did everything extravagantly. I mean, he built a really big business. He's one of those dentists that had like 2 partners and had 18 dental assistants, and he was hopping. And so my ex-wife was applying for a job and mentioned to Dr. Norman that Jonathan, boom, he knew me as Jonathan Spears. Of course, that's my legal name. I just go by Jonathan Fibonacci because of Fibonacci retracements or Fibonacci retracements. And Google Fibonacci retracements and Fibonacci math or in fact, Google Fibonacci in nature, and you'll see the beautiful world of math and Fibonacci math, and even now in like places like New York City and San Francisco, there's a new technology called Python technology, and Dr. Norman taught me how to read what a candlestick chart is and how I think candlestick charts. I mean, there was a day that candlesticks just didn't exist. You know, but the problem with like the trading world is it's unlike the poker world because in the poker world, you can go to Vegas and hang out with other poker players or wannabe poker players. But in the trading world, it's almost like there's the elite of the elite and then everybody else is a day trader. And it takes so many years to get good that most day traders just bust and bust and bust. And then we got to be careful. Is it a gambling addiction or is it just a love of math and patterns? Well, John Fibonacci, artism matters, and I love patterns, and I love studying patterns. And so when I found day trading, or day trading found me through Dr. Norman, he hired me to watch his positions, and I think I've lost him a lot of money. I learned way more than I made him. Let's say that. And then I went on in college, lost another little. But each time that I busted, each time that I ran out of money, I get $10,000. The first thing I want to do is trade, because that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to trade. I love to trade, and there's some people who love money. There's some people who love mammon, and there's some people who love to trade. And trading is the perfect form of economics. I mean, I can wax lyrical about how much I love trading. I mean, in trading, if you want to buy something buy 50,000 units at boom and then sell it at 52, you can do that in the markets. But again, trading is unlike poker in that there's not a Vegas of trading, except it's called Wall Street. And Wall Street, there's some very intelligent people running some very, very elite technology, and so that's the hub of economics in New York City. And anyway, back to Fibonacci. So there you go, Dr. Norman. Thank you for your education and introducing me to candlestick charts, and you eventually, boom, here I am, John Fibonacci. So go watch this, go read this book. It's called Elliott Wave Principle, and it's by Charles Collins, and it's a book on wave theory. Wave theory is, I think his name, let's give him some credit. But they wrote a very, very, very good textbook on trading. And using Elliott Wave and Fibonacci math. The problem with this book is that it's a very clinical book. And it's the difference in clinical books and, like there's clinicians, and then there's people who teach, and there's people who actually work in the ERs and stitch up doctors. And so sometimes the theorist will write a book, and they're right. They just don't have a lot of actual, raw teaching. So this is a great book to teach the theory. Jonathan Fibonacci, one reason why I'm doing a lot of trading coaching, is that Jonathan Fibonacci spent 8 months with nothing but Elliott wave on his brain. Autism matters. So I had my Oprah moments, and there's some things I learned. So if you are a trader out there, whether you're studying Fibonacci math or you're doing Elliott wave, or maybe you just love San Francisco, or maybe you have $50,000, you just want to learn to trade for a living. Maybe you want, and I would love to do some teaching, where I get like 10 people in a seminar room and kind of teach all the things that I've learned, and then start trading for a living. Because learning to trade for a living is a very, very valuable skill. Looking back, I wish I would have had. I wish I could have gotten $40,000 not to get my college degree, but wouldn't it have been wonderful if I would have spent $40,000 learning to trade at a really elite academy, kind of Top Gun for traders? Wouldn't it be amazing if we kind of rethought education and we start teaching people like real life experience where, I would love to teach trading, and not just quants. Google what a algorithm quant is. Well, those are the guys with PhDs. Well, Jonathan Fibonacci may not have a PhD, but I understand the math in a conceptual way that I could teach it. I.e., I'm the guy that you hire to teach the algos to run the algorithms. So anyway, thank you, Dr. Norman. Jonathan Fibonacci is out. Tweet me, email me, americano417@gmail.com. Boom. There you go. 10-minute commercial. Thank you, Dr. Norman. Remember that fourth wave's a bitch. Holy fuck. Elliott wave, remember wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Everybody loves wave 3. And wave 4 is the motherfucker. That's where you'll lose all the money, but you just won't know it. Then there's wave 5, and then there's the truncated fifth. Watch the truncated fifth. Holy shit. Who's teaching about the truncated fifth except Jonathan Fibonacci? And then the epic 5C wave. Oh my goodness. Love the 5C wave. It took me 8 months to really go, okay, now I get it. I get the theory. Then I went out to San Francisco, said I'm going to trade for a living. Didn't get a single interview because they don't like Jonathan Livingston Seagulls. Anyway, I'm out. Dr. Norman, thank you. You changed my life. You blessed me in so many ways. Bless you, bless you, bless you, Dr. Norman. Thank you.